how it should end. Well, welcome back people to another Game of Thrones videos. Now with just 2 episodes left in this epic Game of Thrones series, there's a lot to cover for these guys. I mean, from Bran's vision to the story of the Night King, story of the White Walkers, and who will sit on the Iron Throne. So there's a lot to cover, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. First, I like to say that the Battle of Winterfell, or the Battle of the Long Night, was one of the greatest battles that I've ever seen. I mean, it's even better than the Battle of Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings. Up until the point Arya kills the Night King in that battle. I mean, that's really disappointing. But much of that later. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 unexplained things which can still give Game of Thrones its proper ending. My name is Rishabh and you're watching Just Like That. Point 1. The death of Littlefinger. Now back in season 6 we all saw how Littlefinger was assassinated. However, just before his death, this happened. Take a look. Now if you listen carefully, right, you can clearly hear the girl whispering to Littlefinger that your time is up, and he gives her a coin and she heads off. Well, this happens right before Littlefinger is assassinated, which makes us believe that he's still alive, and this is probably the third twist that the showrunners were talking about, that he might come back. So this is the first unexplained thing, right, that we have seen, that is the death of Littlefinger. The second unexplained thing, the aftermath trailer. Now right before the Battle of Winterfell, or the Long Night as it was called, we had this aftermath trailer. Here is the breakdown. Now it shows Winterfell is destroyed, either everyone is dead or defeated. I mean, you can see Tyrion's hand of the Queen pin just lying there. Jaime Lannister's golden hand lying in the snow, which presumably means he's either dead or defeated. Then you have Daenerys' dragon chain, Bran's wheelchair which is destroyed, you then have Arya's needle, and finally you see Jon Snow's sword. Now how is that even possible? I mean, the living defeated the dead in the Long Night, so it only has 2 possible explanations. A. It was all Bran's vision from the future. Now since he knew what's gonna happen, he changed the present events and Arya killed the Night King, which is a disaster. Or B. After Cersei Lannister is destroyed, the army of the dead somehow makes a comeback and they destroy everything. Because remember, Bran was touched by the Night King. So this trailer really requires an explanation, and what if it all comes true? Point 3. Daenerys' vision in the House of the Undying. Now back in season 2, Daenerys Targaryen had a vision. Take a look. Now this again can be misleading because you'll notice that the House of the Undying is destroyed completely. Also, as Daenerys approaches the Iron Throne, it starts to snow, and the moment she's about to touch it, she hears something and turns away. Now there are a lot of interpretations about this particular vision on the internet, but there are 2 things which are made very clear. A. King's Landing will be destroyed either by wildfire or by the dragons, and B. Daenerys Targaryen may not sit on the Iron Throne because she turns away in a dream. Now what basically it tells us is that the showrunners have told us way in the beginning that Dany will not rule the 7 kingdoms. Point 4. Return of Uncle Benjen. Now I know you guys must be thinking that I'm going crazy, but hear me out. So Uncle Benji saved Jon Snow and sacrificed himself in the last season, but it is not clear whether he actually died or whether he was turned into a White Walker. Also, he told Bran something very important in season 6. Pay attention.
Uncle Benjen. The last letter John wrote me said you'd been lost beyond the wall.
I led a ranging party deep into the north to find White Walkers. They found us. The White Walker stabbed me in the gut with a sword of ice. Left me there to die, to churn. The children found me. To stop the Walkers' magic from taking hold.
How?
The same way they made the Walkers in the first place. You saw it yourself.
Dragon glass. A shard of dragon glass plunged into your heart.
So a shard of dragon glass plunged into your heart. Now that's the same way how the Night King was created. So here's the theory. the Night King chose Benjen for a very special purpose, which is, if ever the Night King is defeated in the future, it would be Benjen who will either replace him or bring him back. And that's probably what George R.R. Martin spoke about as the final twist in his epic series, the return of the Night King in the form of Uncle Benjen.
And finally, the fifth point, the Crypts of Winterfell teaser.
Now here you can see Jon followed by Sansa and then Arya entering the Crypts of Winterfell. Suddenly, they see their own statues up there, and then everything starts getting cold and the trailer ends. Well, here's the part. Now, there are three things that we can take out of this particular trailer. One, again, as usual, this was done deliberately to misguide the viewers. Second, it was again one of Bran's vision from the future. Since he knew what would happen, he changed the present and the Night King was defeated. Or third, which is the interesting part, is that after everything has been done, right, or after the final battle is over with Cersei, Jon, Arya and Sansa returns to Winterfell, and that's when the Night King appears again. This probably is the last shot of the entire Game of Thrones series, and this is where the series ends and keeps everyone guessing.
So there you have it. These were the 5 unexplained points, and if any of it comes true, the show will still have a graceful ending. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like, subscribe and share and add your valuable comments. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.